a pretty amazing conversation with one of the women who signed up for Weight Loss from Within, getting really deep into what her core resistance to weight release is. And I thought it was so relevant to all of us, right? That I came straight on here to have a conversation with you because about I'm so excited about starting working to weight release with you guys in January. But the blocker that she had was around, since she's become a healer, right? Since she's really stepped into her divine life purpose, she's just been packing on the weight and not been able to release it since. And it started after a toxic relationship, but then as she goes more and more into the healing work, the weight just keeps coming on. The more she steps into her divine life purpose, the more she puts on weight. And this is quite a common pattern, right? If you look at it's the same pattern for Oprah. It was the pattern for Doreen Virtue. It was the pattern for Abraham Hicks. There's a pattern for a lot of female healers, and particularly for channels. It was also a pattern for Vianna Stibel, this pattern of stepping into your power, but having to have the physical weight be some kind of protection. So there's different things that can be triggering, and we'll do some muscle testing for that as well, just to see what ones apply for you. But the first one that it can be really triggering is that the weight protects you from getting into another toxic relationship. So a lot of healers have healed the domestic violence side of family abuse, but they haven't healed the emotional violence. They still don't think that the emotional violence was that bad. So they're prone to getting into relationships that are emotionally abusive or emotionally violent and still in that codependent energy. And what happens when they put on weight and they don't feel attractive is that they go, hello, beautiful, is that they go, I'm not going to get into another relationship. I'm going to completely focus on my divine life purpose. So the weight blocks them from feeling attractive. When they don't feel attractive, they don't allow their next soulmate to come in because they know that the next soulmate will also be emotionally abusive until they sort out this core issue, and that emotionally abusive relationship would stop them from stepping into their divine life purpose, would stop them from showing up for the amount of work and time and energy and commitment that it takes to build your dream, right? From zero into full manifestation, because it's a lot of time and creativity and energy, and you need the support of loving people around you. And if you don't have that, it's really difficult to build your dreams, right? So a lot of people, after they come out of a toxic relationship, especially when their divine timing is kicking in and the universe is going, I'm not messing around, you have a really important purpose to help all these people. And these emotionally abusive relationships with narcissists or with toxic people are really causing a block here. It's taking up all of your time and all of your energy, and you don't have enough to create, you don't have enough to heal other people. Then the weight stops them from attracting in new people because it stops them from feeling attractive, and it also stops them from being attractive to the people that would emotionally abuse them. So it acts as a protective mechanism from a toxic relationships. And it also gives them the space, right? Because the more weight you carry, the more space you take up. So it energetically gives the universe the message that you deserve the time and the space, and that you need more time and more space to create your dreams. So it's about showing you that you can take up energetic space and physical space without having to carry excess weight, so that you can really step into your divine life purpose and still keep a healthy, strong body. Because excess weight, it lowers your immune system, puts a lot of pressure on your bones, it makes you more vulnerable to viruses and illnesses, and it gives you, less time with your family. It causes more long-term health issues. So it's not just how it looks thing. The other trigger that comes up very often when you're stepping into your divine life purpose is that you're suddenly more in front of other people, right? You're doing more lives, you're becoming more visible, you're taking your marketing shoots, you're talking to more people during what's it called? Conversation calls or therapy calls to figure out if they're a soulmate client or they work with you. And you put that off when you don't feel good, right? You won't do the marketing, you won't show up on lives. Just like a lot of people won't even look in the mirror, right? It'll keep them less visible. So very often the weight on a subconscious level is actually protecting your life, because your soul's like, well, you're not going to get killed again if you don't get famous, you don't get well known for what you do, and you're not going to let yourself become more visible because you're ashamed of your body and you're ashamed of how you look. And it also makes often, especially if you want to work in health and healing, it makes clients go, well, they're not in alignment, right? They're selling me health, they're selling me healing, but they don't take care of themselves. They're not in integrity. So it blocks a lot of people from working with you because they judge you, right? It's completely unfair and untrue. You can be an incredible healer and have excess weight, but the judgment is real. The fatism is real, just like racism is real. And we can't spiritually bypass that. We have to be present with how that can be a block to manifesting your soul clients. Okay. And then the next big thing that comes up with the divine life purpose is not knowing how to be supported and how to have it all, right? So when you don't know how to be supported, you are the person that takes care of the family, that cooks, that cleans, that does all the jobs that a virtual assistant or a secretary would do, that books all the clients, that moves everybody around. And you know that the busier you become, the less that you exist, because you're giving more and more time and energy to everybody else. So then the weight protects you from having to sacrifice all of your time and all of your energy, and it gives you freedom. And I hear this one a lot, not just with divine life purpose, but with food in general. And it's very interesting because people often don't hear what they're manifesting until they're actually talking to you. And they say, I want to be free to eat whatever I want. I want to be free to do whatever I want. And I know that in their heart they desire freedom, but it's more than freedom from, I suppose, other people judging them. It's freedom in their time. They're normally people that really overgive, that can't say no, they don't have good boundaries. So they're giving and they're giving and they're giving, and they're exhausted. They're absolutely exhausted. And this weight of the exhaustion on their consciousness becomes weight in their physical body. And it also creates this space because they don't feel like they're worthy of a relationship. They don't feel like they're worthy of the connection. So the time that they would be bonding with a soulmate, they then have to themselves. And it's the only time that they have to themselves, which may be when they curl up at night and they might have their, green juice or their good book to read, but there isn't someone they have to take care of. There isn't someone that they have to nurture. The other one that comes up quite often that I've heard at least 4 different very prominent spiritual teachers tell me is that their female clients are less intimidated and less jealous if they have excess weight, right? Their audience feels that they are more relatable in a non-sexualized way. So they don't have to deal with the sexual attention, the unwanted sexual attention that you get from, private Facebook messages or Instagram messages as you become more and more visible. But they also don't have to deal with women becoming competitive of them or depriving them of opportunities. A lot of women won't invite a woman that's good looking to a mind, body, spirit show, or they won't invite a woman that's, sexually attractive to do a reading at their house, or ask them to do a healing on their husband because they're intimidated or they're afraid that that person might steal their partner. And a lot of women get very competitive with other women and how they look, so they bypass that altogether and they give up their power, they give up their body in order to have that I suppose that level of acceptance from their audience. And then that keeps them stuck at that particular weight. Now, those are all just beliefs, and beliefs can be changed. Okay, so we're going to muscle test a few of these to see if you have them, and then we're going to clear them up. Okay, and then obviously if you still muscle test as having these, they need to do a swap, or you can come and join the Weight Loss from Within container that's starting in January, where we'll be working through these together. We've already got some incredible women signed up for that. So if you're interested, drop us a voice message or a private message, and we'll see if it's a good fit for you, because we only want people that, it's a really good click for. But yeah, let's do our muscle testing and see how this goes, and then we'll clear it up. So muscle testing, super simple. You're just figuring out the beliefs that are in your subconscious mind. So I want you to say yes, yes, yes. Lean your body gently forwards, and then say firmly out loud, this is my yes. Then I want you to come back to center, lean your body gently backwards, and say firmly, this is my no. And then come back to center. Then say yes, yes, yes. Your body should go forwards. No, no, no. Body should go backwards. Now, wherever you are, you have to repeat these out loud for yourself. Otherwise, you won't muscle test accurately. Okay, you ready? Okay, I need to keep people at bay. I need time and space to create my dreams. The weight protects me from the responsibility of my divine life purpose. The weight protects me from being killed. The weight protects me from being visible. I will be attacked if I release the weight. I will intimidate my chosen people if I lose the weight. I will be judged by others as vain and superficial if I lose the weight. I won't be taken seriously by men and women if I lose the weight. I'll be sexualized if I lose the weight. The weight creates the space for me to step into my divine life purpose. The weight protects me from getting into another emotionally abusive relationship. The weight protects me from sabotaging my divine life purpose. The weight protects me from my beauty wounds. The weight protects the respect I have for my children. The weight protects the respect I have from my grandchildren. The weight protects the respect I have from my clients and students. The weight means I'm taken more seriously at work. It's all downhill from here. I'm too old to live my divine life purpose. My divine life purpose is too much responsibility. My weight makes me feel in control of how others relate to me. My weight makes me feel in control of how others think about me. Okay, so if you had these and you would like these removed, just say yes. And I'm going to pull them out on all 7 levels. And we're just going to replace them with permission from Creator of all that is to be yourself, with the knowledge that you can have your divine life purpose and be loved. That you can take the time and the space that you need to build your dreams and be loved and nurtured and supported. That you can protect yourself using your words and your boundaries instead of your weight or your body. That you're never too late, you're never too old, you're never too sick to live your divine life purpose or to begin again. Of how to release the need to control what others think or feel about you and to focus on being who you really are. Of how to know that you're worthy of being healthy no matter what other people think or feel. Of how to show you that you can be respected and have a healthy body at a healthy weight. You can be taken seriously and have a healthy body at a healthy weight. That you are worthy of the responsibility of your divine life purpose. that you can be visible and thrive. And that you can have your freedom and choose you and put yourself first without having to give up a soulmate relationship or your divine life purpose, that you can have it all. You don't have to choose between love and success. Okay. Well done, guys. That was a good healing. Okay. Let me just see. There's some people that have questions. Okay. Yeah. So a lot of the time it is about creating a healthy soulmate relationship who is also on their divine life path, but who will be supportive of your divine life path. So this is much, it's also a bit of a sexism issue in our lives, where it's much more, women are much more socially conditioned to support men in their dreams and their divine life purpose. And there are many, many women that have an enormous divine life purpose that may require more publicity or more fame or more visibility than their partner, right? And women don't know how to allow themselves to be supported in that role energetically. They don't know what it is, they don't know what it feels like. So, of course, they're allowed to have those manifestations. But if you don't know what that feels like, you manifest by being a vibrational match to what it is that you desire. If you don't know what that feeling is, you can't be a vibrational match to it, right? Without first releasing the fear and replacing it with something else. What about being too old? Yeah, so it's the same, it's the same energy. I love Louise Hay for this one because she lived her divine life purpose until she died. And many people, when they're doing what they love, they say you never work a day in your life. This idea of retirement is quite interesting. A lot of people pass away weeks or months or the year after they retire because they feel like they have no purpose. So you're never too old. You're never too old to release the weight. You're never, and your body actually, it's quite funny, your body actually reverse ages. Your chronological age and your biological age are two very different things. There are people in their 70s who are biologically younger than people in their teens and 30s because they take care of their bodies and they work out and they have, you know, better circulation and heart rate and metabolism, etc. So your physical body and its age don't have anything to do with time. They have to do with your body's ability to regenerate and repair and heal and function, right, in a healthy way. So that is not to do with your body so much, it's to do with your mindset or your beliefs. And the reason why so many people succumb to those beliefs is because, you know, age is a very strong belief in the collective consciousness that we all get sicker as we age, the body gets weaker as we age. That is just beliefs. It's genuinely just beliefs, even according to science, but it's what we were taught and what we accept to be true. So then it's what manifests. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. So no, it's never too late to live your divine life purpose with old age. And many people were late bloomers. Louise Hay only published her first book at 50. Wayne Dyer only published his first book in his 50s. Doreen Virtue only published her first book in her 40s. So many people in their divine life purpose. Like my husband only stepped into his divine life purpose as an astral projector in his late 30s. So many, many people step into their divine life purpose in later life, right? And people also have nuances of their divine life purpose manifest. They may have worked, for example, with health their whole life and then switched to working with business and abundance, or they may have worked with women their whole life and then switch to working in a completely different field. There are very often different seasons of our divine life purpose manifesting that also come with age. I love Marianne Williamson's book. What's it called? I think it's called can't literally it was one of the best books I've ever read on menopause and on aging. That it literally had, if you Google Marianne Williamson menopause, it will come up. I think it's called Ageless Living. But it's a very, very powerful book that talks about you know, women getting older and stepping into that elder energy with a lot of love and power, right? So there's a lot of, thankfully in our generation, a lot of voices from powerful women who are elders who stepped into their divine life purpose later on in life. And there's no block to you doing that except your own mind and your own health. And that's where, by changing diet, by stepping into your worthiness at every age, you can make your divine life purpose available to you. You can change your future. Okay, what do you do if someone wants to leave the place which is killing him? Like sometimes doctors says take a break and visit some new place. Yeah, sometimes you get guided to leave a toxic environment or a toxic place or a toxic situation, and that's okay. You know, it's more than okay actually. It's divine guidance. People can be surrounded, especially as they get older. People can be surrounded by others who want their money or who want their a family status or position. And, obviously that's not good, right? Especially for their energy being surrounded by people who literally wish they would just pass away so they could inherit, or different things like that. Toxic relationships as well. I mean, I had one male client who manifested a prostate cancer because he refused to get divorced and he was with a very toxic wife. So 100%. Sometimes your divine guidance is to leave a toxic relationship, and it's important to follow that divine guidance. And also, like, just in case it's relevant, especially with doctors, etc. Sometimes it's important that the people on your healing team believe that you can heal. So if your doctors don't believe you can get better, please find new doctors that believe that you can get better, right? Make sure the people on your healing team are on your side and they believe in your worthiness of health. Okay, thanks, Sky. My knees are suffering due to my weight. Yeah, that's massive one in my family as well. I felt I met my divine partner, but he continues to keep a distance between us. I wonder how I will receive my dream of a beautiful family now. Okay, so when in the soulmate relationship, your soulmate is showing you that they are keeping their distance from you, you want to work on your inner divine masculine and the wound, I suppose the dissociation wound or the neglect wound in the divine masculine. Where were the men in your family neglectful of others, and why? Who neglected them? Who wasn't able to love the men inside your family, right? Inside your divine masculine. And when you heal your divine masculine, you will either then attract a partner that is available for a soulmate relationship that isn't neglectful, or the person who is your divine life soulmate will stop mirroring that to you. But this is a mirror. It's showing you that your divine masculine, your lineage and your family line in your heart has a neglect wound. But that's why there's distancing or pushing away. It's like you're not allowed to get close, and that comes from neglect, okay, or abandonment. So you want to look at where those wounds are in your heart. Where were you neglected by a brother or by a father or by a cousin? Where does that pattern run in your family? And you want to heal that, and then it will stop showing up in your intimate relationships, because neglect is a form of abuse, and it comes very often down the male line, with the man ignoring the woman or the woman ignoring the man in particular. And it manifests inside the soulmate relationship in that way. Okay, guys, I love you so much. I'm so excited, right? I'm gonna show you, because I've got all of your gifts coming as well, because I've got them all packaged. I got these incredible gifts made for the Medical Intuitive Mastermind. So your gifts, right? I'll show you guys the pictures. Your beautiful gifts are on the way. Look at how many of them there are as well. I feel like Santa Claus. Like hundreds of them. So I can't wait for you guys to all get these. And I've worked super hard with this incredible woman to put these together for you, sending you guys so much love. And I can't wait to see the pictures and the feedback and your happy faces when you open them up. But just to say thank you for bringing so much joy into my life by deciding to become medical intuitives, and for deciding to heal the world and show up in that way. Oh, Isabel saying that's my dad. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, it was my dad too. Oh my God, so excited. I know, I'm so excited too. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Oh, I'm so excited. It's amazing, right? That you spend your whole life wanting to receive and then giving gives you the most joy. It's such a twist of fate, right? It's one of the most beautiful paradoxes of the multiverse. Okay, I love you guys so much. If you're interested in doing the weight loss from within journey with us in January, I want to hear from you girls. Let me know. Let's have a conversation and see if it's a good fit. It's a 3-month container designed to really support you and nurture you in creating the body of your dreams and getting this weight off of your consciousness and off of your body. It does include the diet, nutrition, detoxing side, as well as the spiritual lessons side. Okay, just so you know, it's a big package. There's nobody else doing anything like that out there in this particular way. So I'm super excited to see what this is going to bring, because the results from my other containers have been insane. The feedback just keeps coming, and I get results in my containers that other people don't even get from their one-to-one sessions, because the vortex is so strong. So I can't wait to see the before and after pics from this one. I love you all so much. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.